Been a minute yet? Really, I mean, it's pretty simple. I learned long ago is never stake your tent down with a door unzipped. So I'm going to zip that up, finish it up. Can't get much easier than that. Quick tent, Coleman, way to go. That works. Yeah, Coleman quick tent, pretty quick, huh? Plus I got a hat on now because I'm still dealing with the long hair from my baby sister Michelle, because I love you so much, Michelle, you know. I'll let her cut it for a change. Do my best to keep it till Christmas, but I'm gonna have to deal with this at Thanksgiving with my machete. But yeah, the Coleman quick tent, not bad. Worked real good. Did it take me a minute like it says in the instructions? No. It took me, you know, maybe 8 minutes, 10 minutes with the tarp. You know, I put the stakes in the tarp and did that first. That was a couple minutes, and took the tent out for the first time. You know, that was a couple minutes, and pulled the stakes out. That was a couple minutes, and staked it up. That was a couple minutes. So you got like 10 minutes. So pretty happy. You know, that works good. Yeah, the other tent just fell apart, man, finally. It was a good tent, lasted a long time. I can't even tell you how many thousands of hours I got out of that last tent. So hopefully we'll get the same out of this. Mr. Heaters, you know, the Big Buddy heater is the big one and has two elements, and the Mr. Heater's a small one, has one element. I got it just hooked up to one of those little tiny propane tanks right now. I got a 5-gallon can if I need it, but it's really not bad tonight, and that even the pilot light's keeping it nice and warm in here. So yeah, this tent, man, I'm pretty happy with it. It's set up like you could see in 5 minutes basically, you know. Being I was taking my time and messing around and just doing it. Yeah, it's nice and warm in here, and it's like 8 o'clock. The sun's not, I don't know if the sun will come up over the mountain or not. I don't remember how it is right here. I may have to venture outside in the cold. And it's pretty nippy out there. It's not too bad. It's probably, oh, maybe the low 40s or high 30s, something like that. But in here, it's pretty nice. Mr. Heater definitely is doing the job. Yeah, the tent surpassed the test. I mean, the entire outside is just completely soaked with dew. And that's what I saw yesterday when I first came down here. We saw the water on the ground compared to when it usually is during the summer when everything's totally dry and sandy. And that's normal after it starts raining. I had a couple drops come down, just rolling off the roof, coming in from the vents up top. The one vent. And there's a, I don't know, I can see a couple little pinholes in there from just where they put the stitches together on a couple things, which is no big deal. I mean, they're so small, nothing came in there. I had a little bit of water come in and run down the sides, probably 3 or 4 drops all night. And I mean, but we're talking a lot of dew outside. And you can see it's going to be a full moon tonight, man. Yeah, this is my standard Valjoux 7751. Has the moon dial on it. That's the one I have in my, I already have a video out on this one, but I just love this watch, man. Just love this watch. It's even steamed up. So yeah, it's just surprising how much dew is in the air. It's just ridiculous. The same as it is for a nice big tent like this. I mean, this is supposed to be a 6-man, and I could see fitting 4 people in here, you know, if needed, with most of the gear outside, some gear in here. But yeah, it's perfect for just me alone with the bed. I got my 2 chairs in here. If somebody comes over and it's too cold outside, we can come in here and kick back. It's big enough to where I can actually use it as a house, which is what I'm doing out here in the woods, you know. Time to turn off the heater again. Yeah, most definitely time to turn off the heater. All right, hey, the Coleman quick tent, man. Awesome. It worked great. Yeah, there was a lot of dew. As you can see, the sun touches here. It comes through the trees, but you don't get any direct sunlight over there this time of year. So it's not going to completely dry out. And that really wasn't the plan. I kind of thought it was going to go ahead and get enough sun to... It's still dried out. But I really thought it would get enough sun to completely and totally dry out. Sun's up there, and you got nothing but trees behind it, so let's go check this thing out. It's big enough to where when I step inside, I can stand up with a few inches to spare. I think it says it's like 6'6" in the center, something like that. And a little Mr. Heater just to kick butt. I took the chairs out already. And that's it. I mean, there's so much room in here. I had plenty of room. Yeah, it's a good little tent. I think I'm going to get one of those stand-up beds here pretty soon, or just a cot for the winter. And there's my little valve pump I use for the bed. I've got one of the battery-powered ones too. But I just do it that way, you know. I mean, pump it up by hand just shows I don't need to have the battery pack and my 110 volt plug-in or my 12 volt plug-in. I've got both. It's just fine the way it is. Well, it's a quick tent. Instant tent, 6-person. "10 foot by 9 foot, okay? Okay, we're taking the tent down. It says, take the stakes out first and blah, blah, blah. Doesn't say anything about leaving the zipper unzipped the way they had it, so I'm going to leave the zipper zipped. And the little corner feet that I locked into the poles doesn't say anything about those. I think they're probably supposed to be attached, so we're going to leave those attached too and try it that way. It does say, things you should know. Under certain conditions, cold weather, blah blah, high humidity, condensation will form on the inside of your shelter. This is caused by the water vapor from your breath and is not leakage through the shelter fabric. Do not leave your tent set up for weeks at a time. Be aware that exposure to ultraviolet rays from the sun can seriously damage material and or cause it to become discolored. Well, gee, I left my other tent up for like 3 years. I mean, I took it down during the winter, but that's why it lasted 7 years, because I buy tents and I leave them up. Because that's like, why should I take it down every night before I go, or every morning when I get up, and put it up every night before I go to bed? So yeah, they're up for months at a time, at least weeks at a time. So anyway, let's give this a try and we'll see how fast it comes down. It says it's 1 minute up and 1 minute down. Well, you know, I'm a little slow. I'm 53, so let's go 10 minutes up and a couple beers down. No. Yeah. Simple, huh? Even I can do it. And that's it. It's even got, for the people that can't figure out how to get the tent small enough by rolling it back and forth, you can cut this open and make the bag half again as big. But it's plenty small. It'll fit right in here. I'll roll it one more time. Got a little bit of water in it, so I mean water on the outside from all I do. I mean, here it is. It's 3:15. The sun's going to be going down here in about 15 minutes. It came up about 10:30, going down around 3. And here it is, California. You Alaska guys, I remember what it was like to live up there. Never seeing the daylight during the wintertime, watching that sun go across the horizon for a second and going back down, of course, towards December. It's not that much different right here in this spot because I got the mountains where the sunshine would love to be coming through to me, but it's not going to. Anyway, yeah, that's Coleman Quick Tent. The Coleman Instant Tent, 10 by 9. 6 person. 1 person. Very comfortable. Awesome tent. You know, I figure I took the tent down, showed you how to do that. I do my tarps a little different than most people also. I leave it staked down when I fold it up from one side to the next. So let me show you what's going on. So I pulled the 2 stakes out that I had on this side, over here and over here, and I just fold it in half. Now I'm just going to take the stake out of this side and put it in the middle of the other so I have a place to fold. Okay, this way you can do it one person real easy. All I have right now is the 1 stake in that corner and the 1 stake in this corner. And I'm just going to take this stake. You don't have to have it in all the way. I just put it in the ground a little bit so I can tug a little. That way when you pick it up, you can pull on it, it's going to stay taut, and it's going to go where you want it, instead of going where it wants to go. I still have it staked down, pull the creases out. And I'm just going to fold it a couple times the other way, and it's going to fit in my tarp bag. My tarp bag is my old tent bag from the other tent. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you that just because. You know, I don't know if anybody's ever showed you how to do that, or if you've been just, you know, hassling with it by pulling all the stakes out at once and just wrapping it up in a big mess. Well, this is it. That's done. All I got to do now is fold it over twice and put it in the tarp bag, and we're ready to go. So hey, I hope that you like this little tip, because it just came to mind I should just throw it to you. Y'all have a good one.